Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're checking out Cyberpunk 2077 on the PlayStation 5. So, if you look at this bush right here, you see how how close I am, and that's like popping in and out? But if you look down here at the bushes down there, at the vegetation, like when I move, it starts getting blurry, almost like there might actually be some checkerboard rhythm. There might actually be some checkerboard in this. Right there. God, dude, I don't know. This might have checkerboard rendering in it. Look at that. See, like, look at this bush right here. As you walk up on it, it almost looks like it fuzzes in and out. I'm not going to rule out checkerboard. This is the performance mode. This is clearly got checkerboard rendering. You can clearly see that. Look at that bush. See how it blurs out? So this game is a little bit hard to find the checkerboard, just because of the fact that there's a lot of straight edges in this game. Big city and stuff. So yeah, I believe that there's checkerboard rendering. I believe that might be some checkerboard. I'm gonna have to check the Xbox version and see on that one too, because I haven't seen that on the Xbox. But yeah, you can see the vegetation on this kind of blur as you walk around. So there we go. All right, so now let's look at some other stuff. Okay, character models. When you're walking down the street now, you actually do kind of see them when they change right there. So about right now was when they'll change. See the girl right in front of us? Right there, she just changed. This guy? So they change at, there you go. So you are still seeing like the character models kind of load in. They're not nowhere near as bad as you once were. Because I mean, like if you're just walking and you're not really paying attention, you're not going to really notice it too much. But that drawing is a little bit farther on the Xbox. So the only way you're seeing this checkerboard on here is in these trees. Because if you look at like a straight wall, like one of these walls, it's a lot harder to see that. Because checkerboard usually works really decently on surfaces like that. It's only like vegetation and hair that it really starts to, that you can start to see it falling apart a little bit. Start to see the checkerbirds. You walk by these trees. So in this game here, you're definitely not going to notice it that much, but it is interesting to see that. It is definitely interesting to see that. Wait, there's some of those trees over there. Let's check those trees. Those are good trees. See if I can get across the street like it. Okay. So, from what I'm seeing, honestly, resolution-wise, this does look pretty dang good on a PlayStation 5. I'm not going to rule out checkerboard. I'm not going to rule it out, but when it comes to like any other surface on here, like when you're walking back and forth, like they look fine. Like this looks pretty dang good. Like look at this. This looks so good. Sorry about all the laughing in the background. My gosh, this game is just freaking beautiful now. So I have kind of noticed that I think on certain surfaces, this version here, the PlayStation version, does have like a lower. Wait, let's see the hair. Okay, yeah, you can see that. You can see the fuzz in the hair right there, right there. Yep, you can see it. You can definitely see it. So this, I'm not going to rule out Checkerboard. Checkerboard is in the Witcher 3 version on The Witcher 3 on PlayStation 4 Pro. So I'm not going to completely rule that out because I know CDPR can in fact knows how to do the checkerboarding, and yeah, you can kind of see it in the hair. Don't necessarily think that's due to a lower resolution because this has dynamic resolution. So the trees across the street kind of do look a little furry, but I don't know, they kind of look like that on the Xbox too. They kind of were looking like that on the Xbox too. A lot of pixel crawl up there on this building. PlayStation 5 version. Overall, though, nothing immersion breaking really. Not even the checkerboard. I mean, like literally, that was hard to find. Like you could see the checkerboard right there. So it does. I think this has got some form of reconstruction or checkerboard going on for sure. For real, like right here, I'm starting to get some slowdown. Let's see. Could have sworn, yeah, this is in the performance mode. Like it's chugging along right now. Yeah, that's chugging along. You can see it. Pop, 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 pop. I don't understand why that's chugging along right here. That doesn't make any sense. It's been fine for the last couple hours. Yeah, see, look at the checkerboard in her hair. Yep. Yeah, I think this is running checkerboard rendering. I don't think this is native. But this is pretty high checkerboard. I mean, it's looking pretty decent. It looks pretty clean. I am sitting like a foot away from my TV screen, so if I was sitting back further, I don't think I'd be able to notice it that much. Because this does look pretty high resolution. It looks pretty clean. Yeah, so I don't know if I 100% believe all the analysis that have come out so far about both these versions running at 1440p because I haven't noticed any of this kind of stuff playing the Xbox version. I haven't noticed the character models pop in right there that close to me. I haven't noticed that on Xbox. This right here, like the PlayStation version, I can do like this 4K video right on the PlayStation. So yeah, I don't know, man. This will at least let you see the stuff that I'm seeing. I do believe that this game is still 100% worth picking up if you have a PlayStation 5 because this looks beautiful. This looks way better than it ever did. This looks way better than it did on Series X before the upgrade. So yeah, this is solid, and I was pretty happy for the most part visual-wise with that. I mean, I thought it looked great. I thought it looked pretty clean. This here, there's so much more detail, so much more everything to it. So that's why I just wanted to come out, you know, and kind of show you guys this stuff, you know, not to talk down about it. The only problem I really have with the PlayStation 5 version is this controller. Haptics do kind of feel good, you know, like the kick and shoot and stuff like that, but the joysticks are just this controller is so freaking touchy. So it makes it really hard for me to aim on this game, and playing around with my my sensitivity only makes things worse. So distant, you know, like this looks good. This looks really, really clean. this video, I'm gonna post it, you know, 4K, just to have a look at it. I'm not gonna rule out Checkerboard at all. I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't rule it out on Xbox either, to be completely honest with you. As clean and as solid as that looks, I don't think I can, because the detail in this game is just so much better than it ever was before. But you get over here and you look at, like, just these freaking textures. I mean, some of these textures look like they are right in line with what the Series S version has got. No. You can definitely see what I see. I didn't see anything there just now, so. But you start walking here, you start popping. Yes, there's still popping in this, but not as much when you're on your feet. For sure. Getting over here into some crowds where I'm starting to get, oh, look at that, frame rate drops again. Not nothing bad. I wish PlayStation had VRR, because you would not be able to notice these frame rate drops. Honestly, I would just recommend playing this in the 30 frames a second mode, honestly, to be completely honest with you. But this isn't bad, but I mean, I've only been playing this for a couple hours. And, you know, I have not run into any kind of this on the Xbox version. But I've been playing that a lot in the 30 frames a second mode too. And when I have, I'm gonna recheck that one out. I still haven't done like a full review on that, but yeah, this is a little weird, man. I got people in my comment section telling me, oh, the PlayStation 5 version is better, and this and blah blah blah, and yeah, like, come on, guys, man. CD Projekt Red did an amazing job on this game. I don't think they're necessarily the same. I do feel like I've had more of a stable play on the... Oh, look at those. Look at that popping right there. There you go. See how fast that SSD loads that stuff in? It's fast. It loads it in fast, but it takes a minute to unload it. But yeah, that's pretty fast loading, if you ask me. I mean, for the most part, like, aside from that slowdown and stuff that I was just seeing over there, it's been a pretty solid experience. Gosh, just look at this facade, dude. Look at all these buildings. This game is just so cool. These look so much better now than they ever did. The immersion is so much better in this game. I honestly feel like I move a little bit faster on the Xbox too. Because I'm running. See if I walk. Yeah, if I run. I kind of feel like the running is maybe a little bit... Oh. Look at this guy right here. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, character quality up next to him, you know, NPCs looks just as good on this as it does on the Xbox. So I don't know. I don't think that honestly, the biggest thing that probably sets them apart is the Dolby Vision on Xbox. Definitely looks a lot better than this. But for the most part, oh yeah, look at that Checkerbird. Yes, Checkerbird. Okay, well, there you go. That's the thing. I think this game probably does have checkerboard in it, but you know what, man? Checkerboard on this, around these trees and stuff, it's not, I mean, yeah. Whew, I just wish they would use like FSR instead of checkerboard, to tell you the truth. I wish they would just use Fidelity FX Super Resolution. Then checkerboard. If that is the case, I'm not going to rule it out, and I'm not going to say it is 100% checkerboard. But it looks pretty close to checkerboard, to be completely honest with you. It looks pretty close. Yeah, I will be doing kind of analysis on Xbox. I wish I had a 4K capture card for that one, but this right here. Oh, look at that wall over there. There we go. Kind of loaded in.
Huh?
You see how that wall kind of loads out right there? It just looks really, really. Oh, I walked right into that. Yeah, that's interesting. You know, it's just kind of things like that up there on the wall. I don't know. Just some of that nitpicky stuff that everybody would do. For the most part, man, my immersion is pretty solid. Wait a minute. Those might be a different kind of tree. On the Xbox version, those have a lot more freaking texture. Okay, yeah. Okay. Alright. I was freaking out there for a minute. I think this might have, yeah. I think it's a pretty good package. It's a pretty solid package. I am walking around during the daytime, so I need to do a video on Xbox walking around in the daytime. Gosh, every time I get around a lot of people on this level, start to lose a little bit of the good old FPS, man.
Checking them out?
Go anywhere else and get around a lot of people, and yep, you start losing that. You start losing that silky smooth 60 FPS.
Hey, watch your tongue.
Yeah, I haven't seen him do this on the Xbox in a long time.
Did your mama teach you nothing?
I'll have to turn up my VRR on that for sure and like really check it out. But this could really use some VRR support for real. I mean, it doesn't feel like super sluggish, but you can tell that it's not a silky smooth 60 anymore. So I don't know, man. I don't know. For the most part, it feels pretty good, but yeah, dude. Oh man. Yeah, you start losing some frame rate in here for wow. Dang. I'm gonna have to check that 60 out on the Xbox a little more and get back to you on another video. So, alright, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that at that, and I will see you in the next one.